Chair, I'll nominate you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm happy, Chair.
Thank you, members. Right, so first of all then, can I ask the clerk to deal with the housekeeping measures, please?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Please note that this meeting is being recorded by the Council for live broadcast and will be published on the Council's website for a minimum of 6 months. The meeting may also be recorded or streamed for live or subsequent broadcast by members of the public, although ultimate discretion in this matter lies with the Chair in case of disruption. For those in the room, please note that if the fire alarm sounds, please exit the building by way of your nearest available signed fire exit route and make your way to the assembly point at the War Memorial in the gardens opposite the front of the building in Bourne Avenue. Finally, please ensure background noise is kept to a minimum and mobile phones and other devices are turned off or switched to silent for the duration of this meeting. For those in the room, this includes turning off microphones and turning the volume down completely on your laptops. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 2 on this morning's agenda, apologies. I think we're all present and correct this morning. Item 3, members, declarations of interest. Do members have any declarations of interest regarding items on this morning's agenda?
No, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. Item 4, protocol for public speaking at hearings. A protocol for public speaking at meetings of the Licensing Subcommittee is included with the agenda sheet for noting. Item 5, application for a new premises licence for the Dancing Jug. Can I ask the applicant and the objectors to come to the table, please? Thank you. I will now ask each participant to introduce themselves and state their role. I'm Councillor David Flagg, and I'm the chair of this morning's Licensing Subcommittee.
I'm Councillor Peter Sidaway, and I'm a member of the subcommittee.
I'm Lawrence Williams, Councillor for Little Down Lyford and a member of the subcommittee.
Thank you, members, and we have no reserved members present this morning. BCP Council?
Sarah Rogers, Principal Licensing Officer, BCP Council.
And I'm Linda Cole, Legal Advisor to the subcommittee this morning.
I'm Sinead O'Callaghan, clerk to the subcommittee this morning.
Thank you. For the applicant, I have Mugarel Sumanaru. Have I pronounced
that's
that
President.
correctly?
If you can call me Mario, it'll be easier.
Very much. Thank
Thank
you, Mario. Jalal Hajabrahim. Good morning. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, Jalal Haj Ibrahim. I'm the owner of the company.
Thank you. And Kerry Mesha.
Yes, on the DPS.
Thank you. And objecting this morning, Felicity Spence.
Yeah.
Thank you, Felicity. Before I run through the procedure, please may I just check that all persons who have given notice of their intention to speak have been identified, and any person who wishes to withdraw a representation or wishes not to speak has been identified. If there are no comments, I will take this as correct.
Microphone on over there.
Could you turn your microphone off, please? Thank you. The reason we do that is because the cameras operate on the microphones. Okay. Thank you for that. I will now explain the proposed procedure and order of speaking for the hearing as follows. The licensing officer presents the report. Questions of the licensing officer by all parties, members of the subcommittee to go first. The applicant will make their application. Questions of the applicant by all parties, members of the subcommittee to go first. Objectors will make their representations. Questions of the persons objecting by all parties, members of the subcommittee to go first. All parties will be given an opportunity to sum up, with the party who spoke last to go first. The hearing will then conclude. The subcommittee will deliberate in private with the legal advisor and the clerk present. Notification of the subcommittee decision will be given within the period of 5 working days, beginning with the day or the last day on which the hearing was held. The notification of decision will include information about the right of appeal as appropriate. I will now ask all parties to confirm agreement on the proposed procedure or make representations. Mario? Yeah. Thank you. Jalal? Kerry?
Thank you.
Felicity?
Thank you.
Sarah?
Yes, thank you.
And Linda?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Please may I remind all parties speaking not to repeat the information which they have already given in writing, but to expand on their written representations. All questions are to be asked through the chair, and there will be no cross-examination of parties. I will now ask the licensing officer to present the report. Sarah, please.
Thank you. An application has been made to permit the provision of regulated entertainment, late night refreshment and the supply of alcohol until midnight, Monday to Saturday, and until 11:30 on Sundays. Live music, however, has now been mediated with environmental health to cease at 11 p.m. An extension on New Year's Eve from 10 a.m. until midnight on the 2nd of January each year is also requested. One representation has been received on the grounds that to grant the application, it would undermine the prevention of public nuisance licensing objective. No representations were received from any of the responsible authorities. However, additional conditions were mediated with both Dorset Police and Environmental Health. Environmental Health have also provided details of this mediation for information, which has been distributed to all parties prior to this hearing. Should this application be granted and the applicants fail to operate in accordance with their licence and any conditions attached to it, they will be aware that any of the responsible authorities or any other person may request a review of the licence at any time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Do members have any questions for the officer at all?
Yeah, I've got one. I just wanted to clarify the New Year's Eve, because you said New Year's Eve and January the 2nd. So is that?
Yes, though it's common for premises which was an embedded restriction under the old Justice's liquor licensing, that you'd have the continuous period. So lots of licence applications have that to cover the whole. It used to be 36 hours, but
Okay.
it's not uncommon to start from the start on New Year's Eve, start of permitted hours right through until the end of permitted hours on the 2nd of January.
Thank you.
Mr. Williams? No. I just have one question, Sarah. There appears to be a discrepancy on the application whereby the DPS on the application says Miss Julianne Doris Towers.
Are we looking at
It does indeed.
appendix 1?
Yeah, it's the typed application.
What page are you on, Chair?
It's item J,
25.
page 25 of the application.
The DPS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the name of the nominated designated premises supervisor. So I don't, is that person still going to be the DPS? Is the question, I suppose.
Julian Towers had some problem with her parent and sister, and she had to move immediately to Doncaster. So we wrote to the council a couple of weeks ago, and we changed Kerry as a DPS because she was a DPS for our Bournemouth branch as well. So we changed it to Kerry. So that should be changed to Kerry as well.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, so that application, that will have to, if this licence is granted, then you'll be able to nominate Kerry as the new DPS through an application to do so, yeah.
Thank you for that. Right. Can I ask the applicant then to address the committee, please? Yes, indeed. Whoever wishes to speak, in regard to the application that you've made.
I'm the owner of the company, but as I'm doing other projects, Mario is taking over as a premises license holder. Mario is our head chef, and he's almost always there. We made this application for a place in Southbourne. And is there anything else you want me to explain about it? I mean, if you be more specific.
No, unless Mario wishes to add anything to that.
He knows more like technical details about the new business. So I don't know if I can add something. If anything, you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer.
Well, my understanding is it's just a basic request for extended hours.
Yeah, it's just a basic application for the license, and we've been mediated with police and environmental health for the past.
Okay, thank you for that. Councillor Williams.
Can I ask what qualifications you have as head chef to run this business?
Run the business.
Yeah.
You want to know my involvement in the business?
No, I'd like to know your qualifications
My qualifications.
and your experience.
I was working as a head chef for the past 15 years, and I was working as a member of management for the last 10, 12 years in different positions, from head chef to general manager in different restaurants around Dorset.
As a general manager, what were your roles, please?
Officially as a general manager / head chef, instead of having the general manager who was running the entire operation, like money wise and stuff like that, I was just the person, more like a HR person. I was doing all the employment interviews, training, and more the human stuff. I don't have any involvement in parts like money or contracts or anything like that. More like in a people to people relation. I'm very good at making teams and running teams and training them and put them on a high standards, because my my idea of a restaurant is a food base, and this is what I'm doing here with this company, where the reputation is for drinkers. I changed this to eatery, a more eatery place. And to have this, I asked the owner to give me this position so I can control that. So it's not, I'm not so technical on this position, like, I don't know, contracts or other stuff. I'm just training staff to see it that way. Front of house, kitchen stuff, and all the like management level.
So you're talking about making it more of a restaurant than a drinking establishment. Why do you need such long hours for drinking?
Our system, it's the booking system. It comes to serving the people in 2 hours. For instance, starter, main course, desserts. 2.5 hours. So sometimes you have a booking around 9 o'clock or 9:30. They don't always come in time, and then we have to rush the customers on the end. We don't want to do that. I mean, it wouldn't be a nice experience for them. So it's just for that, because we don't serve them alcohol after certain hours. It's just about the service we provide as the whole package.
Thank you, Councillor Williams. Can I ask what percentage time you think you will be between the kitchen and the front of house?
The kitchen is the front of house pretty much. It's in the front there. So I'm how can I explain that? We do this as a team. So we're not two different teams. The front of house and the kitchen is the same team. That's my philosophy in all this. So everyone knows exactly the same thing. I don't have to go in front to tell them what to do. They know already what to do. I don't know in which aspect you ask me this. How long do I spend in front of house, and how long do I spend in the kitchen? That type of question was. It's like 50-50.
Councillor Sidaway.
The operation of this place, if it takes off, is going to be exactly the same as the other two in Bournemouth.
It's exactly the same.
And have you had any experience of working there, running any part of that?
Yes.
Perhaps you could explain that, what you've been doing recently in those operations. That might help us to understand what you're going to do at this one.
Okay, so I start last year in March with this company, and from the moment I start, I saw it wasn't the right way to go, because we have this bottomless brunch style where everyone thinks it's just about drinking. It's a way of promoting food. It's not about drinking. It's nothing like that. We don't have any promotion for drinkers, for instance. We have a promotion for food. And slowly we start. I changed the menu, and then we have the reaction of the public, where they say, no one is expecting good food in this kind of deals. So people start appreciating food more. So we're getting more people from there, from this Friday, Saturdays, when we get busier. We're getting the people during the week, because this is what we want to do, bring the people back for food. And this is what is happening now. So now percentages, I think we are like 50-50 food and drinks, where before was like 70-30 or something like that. And this is what we want to implement. And I know Southbourne very well, and I know we can succeed that with the food. It's not about drinkers, because I can make the difference with the food. I know the competition. I used to work for the competition, sometimes. So I know how to make this work. So it's more, I don't know, to make a name in the area for this, for food.
Okay, one more from me, if that's okay.
Yeah.
At the existing operations, you have security on like, Friday, Saturday night,
Yes.
and have you got experience
So
of
we have
operating
Thursday,
that? And do you have
Friday,
any incidents in
and
there where the
Saturday.
security actually
We
are
didn't
needed?
have any incidents in the last since I took over in October. We didn't have one incident. I think there was one in Charmister, which was solved.
Can I interfere or? Yeah. You see, Mario joined us in March last year, and before Mario joined us, we were operating very long hours. We were open Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday up to 2 a.m. in the morning, and Friday, Saturdays up to 3 a.m. in the morning. After we had this meetings with the police, environmental health, blah, 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 I decided to go and cut the hours and kind of rebrand the venue and have it more sophisticated, more upmarket, more food based, which now I had Mario and his brother, they're both head chefs. And Mario was running a place in Ashley Cross before called Le Bateau. And funny enough, my ex-wife was working there as well. So I knew Mario, I knew how he operates. He's a very calm, relaxed person. And so we decided to rebrand the place and cut the hours instead of having long hours, which obviously cost a lot more money on staff and security, having DJs over the weekend, blah, blah, and obviously with electricity and things, which is very expensive these days. We went for 12 o'clock to try it. And now, if the police and licensing comes to me and say, Jalal, you can have your 3 o'clock back, I don't want it. Because it's a lot less hassle. We have a lot more happy customers because we, as Mario said, now we're doing 50-50 on drinking side. But I think even restaurants these days, the 11:30, 12 o'clock is something which everyone needs because you get, especially weekends, you get late people, late comers, 10 o'clock, and the kitchen is open until 10 a.m. So when you get like groups coming from Southampton, from London, from, we get hen night parties, we get birthday parties, and to actually, I mean, I've got my bookings on my phone, which I can show you. I mean, like we've got, for instance, for this week, we got 330 people booked for Saturday, which they start from 12 o'clock right away to 9:30. We try not to get later than 9:30, but sometimes when you get 9:30, they come at 10. But the good thing we have with those people, for late bookings, we tend to get their pre-orders. So if you want to come late, you need to send us the order. But by the time they come and sit down, they order the first drinks and have their food. It'd be 11:30, and usually by 12 o'clock there is nobody in. Everybody's out, and we've got a clear place. The lights are back on, and this has been happening in Charmister and in Bournemouth. We have two doormen on a Friday and on a Saturday. We have one on Thursday nights because Thursday nights we have karaoke. And Thursday night we have quiz. We have a doorman from 8:30 to 12:30. On Sundays we have karaoke, which we have a doorman from 8:30 again to 12:30, which is usually 12. Everybody's out, but we leave that half an hour for. Sometimes you get people, they drink up late. They say we have time and enough time for doorman to fill the books, to write down if there was anything. And as I can assure you, I mean, that's why I'm very happy because I don't get involved as much because I've got Kerry and I've got another lady, which they are the DPS. All of them, they've got their personal licenses. Mario, Kerry, the other girls. We have 7 people with personal licenses in the 2 venues. And I can tell you that for the past year, we've had one little incident which two girls they pulled each other's hair, and that was the only incident we had. We are a very relaxed place, and we are on top 5 best bars in Bournemouth, as you can check with TripAdvisor. We've been recommended by a couple of MPs, local MPs, that especially our Charminster branch was recommended by 2 MPs. Kerry, she's been running as the manager, been running the venues for over a year now, and she passed a license a few months ago. Now she's been promoted to DPS, and I think we we don't have loud music, we don't have DJs, we don't have amplified music. It's just people coming in, having food and drink. And obviously we need the drinking aspect as well, because I'm sure everyone knows how hard it is to actually make money from hospitality these days. And we have to have the food and drinking. I've got all my figures. I can print it and give it to the committee if they want. Our food and
I
drinks.
think we've probably got the gist of what you're trying to say, Mr. Adrian. Who's going to be responsible for the behaviour of your clientele?
As I said, every premises they have managers, assistant managers, and a staff working. We have 2 doormen from 8 o'clock on Friday and Saturday on each venue. When you say behavior of your customers or behavior of the staff, I mean clients, yeah, both. Managers are very good on that. We tend to run places on very friendly basis, and I can tell you that everyone is responsible, really. The doorman, the managers, Mario. I mean, Mario, although he's in the kitchen, but as he's the head chef, he's not wasting his time all the time in the kitchen. He's got, I mean, for instance, in Bournemouth one, we have 3 other chefs apart from Mario. So Mario is not the only one who's cooking, if you know what I mean. So if he's needed in the front, he's in the front.
Okay, thanks for that. Do members have any further questions at all?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Okay, well, if you have nothing further to add, do we have any questions at all? No? Thank you. In which case, I'll
Can I just add one more thing? Both of my daughters, I'm a single dad. I have 2 daughters. They study in Southbourne, so I will make that place to be proud of them. So just as an assurance.
Okay, thanks
Thank
for that. Right, can I move on then to, sorry. I'd now like to move on to the objector, please. Felicity, would you like to address the committee, please?
I'd just like to say that, as well as everything I've previously sent on my emails, I'm concerned about the area and the local residents, of which I am one. This venue is going to be based on the corner plot of Southbourne Grove, and the road down the side is Beresford Road, where I live. There's houses all down there. The back of it, where the garden and the smoking area, as I understand, is going to be heard by all of us residents. There's also bins that currently end up on the pavement because they've got a temporary barrier around that area. And so all the bins end up on the pavement. They all get blown all the way down the street by the other venues which are next door on the main Southbourne Grove Road, Larder House and further along, etc., Sid Slabs and all that. We have a lot of if you're a top bar in the local area, we have a lot of late night drinking already in the area. There's one on each corner. Brew House and Kitchen, Fez Bar, Grove Tavern, and more recently Sid Slaps. They all open till late. You have people coming out after hours, after they've closed, hanging around the area on the streets, all ending up in Southbourne Chicken till 2 or 3 a.m. and that is only going to make that worse. And never mind all the traffic. When you come down Beresford Road, it's going to clog up that crossroads. So if they're unloading beer barrels, etc., you have buses coming up and down that route, loads of traffic. If vehicles double parked, vans double parked for unloading, it's only going to clog up the area even more. That's my concern.
Okay. I just wanted to check and make sure, did you have time to read the Environmental Health Officer's email this
Yes.
morning?
Yes.
Okay, and it was just to point out that there is a request for a further condition with regards to installation of a lobby doorway, the secondary glazing, control of noise through the installation of the noise limiter. The applicant has also agreed that conditions regarding noise from music will be enforced for the duration of the operating hours. So in terms of noise generated from the premises, that has been dealt with, by the environmental health.
But I believe the gentleman earlier said they had no loud music.
Well, the attenuator limiter, should I say, the noise limiter, should take care of that, because it's set by the environmental health officer, and it's not adjustable without a key or a password to, it basically, I don't know if you're aware of what happens, but if the noise goes above a certain level, the power's cut off, and so
Okay.
so that's basically what it is.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that is used on quite a lot of premises throughout the conurbation, to attenuate the sound. So are there any questions for the objector at all, members? Yeah, if you turn your mic on, please.
We have a litter we've made actually where the garden is, as you see, you said barriers. That's going to be all trees. If you look at the planning permission, the front is all going to be all trees with fence. We'll be going 3 meters back and be putting a bin store, which are bin company, same as the one we have in Charmister, same as the one we have. They have the key to our bin store. So the bins, they're not going to be out in the street or anything. They come in, they open the bin store, they take the bin, they empty it, and they put it back. We've made arrangement with environmental health that even for emptying our bottles and things, we do not empty any rubbish or any bottles after 9 o'clock. It's all going to be done in the morning. As for loading and unloading, the loading and unloading is not going to be from Beresford Road. It's going to be from the front, which we have a big door. The beer goes there and goes behind the bar. If they go from the behind, they have to travel all the way. That garden is not going to be used for a smoking area. The garden is just an extra seating for people to sit down and have a meal. If you read the variations, we don't let anyone to go there after 9 o'clock. The last seating for the garden is 9 o'clock. So whoever is there eating, they finish and we close the garden completely at 8. It's very clearly marked in those places, no smoking. And it's not going to be a smoking, it's not going to be noise, it's only going to be used if we have excess booking, because we can only sit 76 people inside, which is now reduced to 60. So that place gives us another 24 seating, just in case if we get private parties or anything they want to eat, they go there. It's not going to be like a beer garden or anything like that. And the smoking area is in the front until 11 o'clock, which...
Sorry, in the front, is that outside on the pavement?
Outside on the pavement.
On the front pavement of Southbourne Grove?
Yeah, but that's everywhere in Southbourne Grove.
No,
yes.
I don't believe it is.
Yes, everywhere in Southbourne Grove you go, they have license up to 11 o'clock outside to sit down, have a drink and have a smoke. That's everywhere. You can check with Sarah. And our smoking area is actually back in the premises, far away from the garden, where Larder House is, the joint wall we have with Larder House, we are allowed to have up to eight people smoking there, which is all covered by doors and everything. It's open air. They cannot come out this way or they cannot make a nuisance for the back garden. The back garden will be closed at 10. So the hallway, which is which is very, very clearly marked on the plans, which says a smoking area, we are limited up to 8 people, to have 8 people at a time there, not more than 8 people.
Sorry, just to clarify, the 8 people where? Out the back or out the front?
At the back,
Can
which
I,
is...
excuse me, no cross-examination in these meetings.
No, but it is very clearly...
Miss Janelle, thank you very much for your explanation. Members have the plans in front of them and we can see what's what. Can you confirm to me how much time you will be spending on the premises? Because it would appear you know exactly what's going on.
I've been in this business.
If you could expand.
I've been in this business since, I mean, I go back to 48, 49 years
Sorry,
ago.
the question I asked was
I'm just explaining.
How much time will you be spending at these
As
premises?
much as I can. At least.
You can.
At least 30, 40 hours a week. And, you know, obviously it's my business and I have to make sure.
All I'm trying to establish is that you're very eloquent in as much as you can see what's going on, you know, in these premises with regards to the drawings that you've presented to us.
Yes.
And yet you've got somebody else you're saying is going to run the premises. So I just wanted to know, for the benefit of the committee, how much time you will actually
I don't really want to go to the details of why I had to come up as a premises license holder. I was involved in some other project and there was some other problem, but I can assure you that very soon when my project is finished in London, because I'm doing a bar in London as well, when that's finished, I will be back and I will go back as a premises license holder. But at this time, because we were doing a lot of rebranding, I needed someone like Marius to be there at all time.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, are there no further questions? Could you clarify, please, where exactly the smoking area is? Because it's just been pointed out to me that you mentioned, what was the road?
Southbourne Grove.
Southbourne Grove, but the smoking area is not, doesn't front. Okay, thanks for clarifying that. No, I think the committee understands that. Yeah, okay. So,
premises here. This is the joint area.
Yeah.
You can sort of go through the larder house and there's like a funny little thing.
Yeah, they've also got access.
Yeah.
Right. I think we'll probably move on to the summing up now. Can I ask? Sorry, Sarah.
Would I be able to ask a question, please?
Yes, of course.
It's just for clarification, because I am aware that during the mediation with Dorset Police and Environmental Health, that Jalal made it clear that he would be walking away from the premises and taking very much an arm's length approach to it, leaving Mario to operate it as the licence holder. So I just wanted to question really, Jalal saying that his project in London is finishing soon and he will be back and come back as the licence holder. So would it be his intention to, if the licence was granted, to transfer as the licence holder, therefore taking back complete control of the premises?
Thank you, Sarah. Jalal, are you able to?
I mean, when the committee asked me how much time I'm going to spend there, and you actually told me that I look like the one who knows about everything. What I meant was, I'm finishing my project in London maybe in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and if I have to, I will be back if I see that there are problems. Hopefully, there won't be any problems, same as the other two. I'm just trying to assure the committee that if there was any problems, and if I have to, I will spend more time to make sure everyone is happy in Southbourne, all the neighbours are happy. But my intentions are not to go back as the premises licence holder, as I resigned myself. I wasn't, it wasn't, I mean, I don't know why Sarah is saying that it was a condition. It wasn't a condition. No, I did resign myself because I have other things to do. And I just wanted to spend more time on my other project. If I come, I finished that in 3-4 months time, but I still have to go and come back to London, London. But what I try to say that how long you said I'm going to spend time, I spend time as much as it needs to, because they are my investment. I'm spending over £500,000 in that place, so I've got to make sure that I get a return.
Jalal, thank you. Right, I'm going to move on and ask Felicity if she'd like to sum up, please. If there's anything else that you may have forgotten or wish to bring to the committee's attention before I close the meeting.
No, nothing to add.
Thank you very much. Halal, is there anything else you would like to add to your application for the benefit of the committee before we...
Sorry, could you just put your microphone on?
Since we like to have very good relations with our neighbours, and we don't want to do something to lose our neighbours as customers, because we make our money from our neighbours. So we're always going to be very careful with them and look after them.
Okay, thank you for that. Right, I will now conclude the hearing. At the end of this meeting, the subcommittee will adjourn in private with the legal advisor and the clerk to deliberate. The decision will be conveyed to you in writing as explained earlier. Thank you for your attendance this morning. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.